Welcome back, you degenerates. So today's episode, I'm going to be talking about how Blitz is no longer a competitive format and things that needs to be done in order for it to be, or like what now, LSS. So let's get into it. So I am a Blitz player. I started off with Blitz, played a little CC in the first season of Road to National Season 1 because I really wanted the Tunic playmat. But for the most part of my Fab playing time, I've always played Blitz. I love Blitz. I always play Blitz. I like a shorter format. I like how you don't have to invest too much things into it. And plus with Blitz, like we get skirmish season. All these past skirmish season has been Blitz. Like all the formats were Blitz. So I thought to myself, hey, I'll stick with Blitz. I'll stick with short format. If I ever go to those big events such as the Calling, Nationals, Pro Tour, Worlds, I'll just stick to the side event and play the Blitz side event, which I could pull out my deck. Which actually, the last Pro Tour we went to, it wasn't a Pro Tour, it was the Calling Hartford. I brought out my Briar Blitz deck and we did the Briar Blitz side event, which I did pretty well. But these past couple of weeks, I try to make Blitz a little fun. I know Briar is going to be LL soon, so I decided, let's go back to my boy Benji. Alright, so, and I got him working well with the Tiger Benji, with the Park Misfield. I got some new cards, I got him able to make explosive turn. But these Blitz games nowadays has been very fast and one-sided and super overpower OP that it doesn't feel competitive. It's just like boom, you get high roll and then you're done. You finish. You're getting dealt 30 something damage, not even 20 something, 30 something damage in one turn, and consistently too. Man, a lot of heroes that could consistently output that much damage. You only have 20 health, 20 HP in Blitz, but meanwhile you're having heroes that could output around 30 plus damage consistently. Like, how's that even a game anymore? And it seems like recently, like LSS, they seem to like say, forget about Blitz now. Blitz is just going, it feels like, they didn't say officially, but it feels like the narrative is, well, we're just gonna use Blitz as an onboarding thing for new players, and that's it. That's not gonna be it. And you can see it because this skirmish season is going to include Living Legend format and no longer exclusively for Blitz, because they even nowadays Living Legend format is still more balanced than Blitz. And this was going to be my last hoorah to Blitz with this last skirmish season, but turns out with schedule conflicts, I'm actually not going to even participate in this skirmish season. So this is gonna be my goodbye to Blitz, and I'm gonna stick solely on limited because I don't play CC. I'm gonna play Seal and I'm gonna play Giraffe and everything. That way I don't really have to build decks anymore. I'm just gonna play whatever Seal it is, and not gonna be too involved with the game Fab. Still gonna be in it, be updated to news, selling, buying cards. I still do my dice thing because I have to be involved with it. But the thing is, I'm just gonna be sticking to limited nowadays, because if this past Battle Harden, I think, in Jersey, where my boy Daniel, he won with Zen. You saw a majority of the matter was Zen, because he was able to consistently burst with even with hands that wasn't that great, was able to burst down damage like crazy. And I know I'm playing a very underpowered hero, Benji. He doesn't output that much damage, and he also has low health. This is before the crazy power creep of fab heroes and everything. And they were talking about, oh, we're gonna power down, and all of a sudden they came up with Part of Mistville, and Zen just freaking steamrolls everybody. You saw, I just recently played against a Zen on Talishard, and he had like a subpar turn. He whiffed twice. He double whiffed on his Ancestral Harmony. He played one Ancestral Harmony, whiffed. He played another Ancestral Harmony, whiffed again. First one was the R War. He banished the R War. The second one, he banished a cheat card. I think it was Pathway of Travel. And still, even with that, he was able to do over 20 something damage with double whiff. Now imagine he did. And then I play against a KO, right? It's like the KO nowadays with the Sash, right? He also didn't have a great draw on his Blood Rush Bellow, but because of the Sash, he was still able to make 20 something damage on that thing, and I had to block out. And Blitz, like, once you block out, like, now it's, you know, the game doesn't progress that much. You don't have that much health to, like, you know, wither the storm and then come clapping back when they have off turn. No, they're just gonna keep rolling. You're not gonna have enough health to battle it and then have your own turn. So, and I just want to take you back to a little journey of where this all started and everything, right? So Skirmish Season 1 was actually great. Everybody was still in lockdown, everything was played online and everything, and to get the Skirmish Season 1, LSS did a great pricing pool type of thing. Everything's randomly selected, like, on the participants, so you don't have to win. So the computer kept it casual, and the meta was just Ira, and mostly Iras and Dorinthia. Okay, and if you get turns where you're doing 7 to 12 damage, those were considered your power turns. Right, your opponents could block you out and all that stuff, was able to, like, you know, weather it and then go little by little. Yeah, and that was great. You know, it's still balanced in there. And everything changed with Everfest. When Everfest came out, they came out with 2 cards for Runeblade that changed everything. Number 1, Swarming Gloomveil. Number 2, Revel in Runeblood. And with those 2 motherfucking cards, Viserai became the fucking boogeyman of Blitz. And he LL'd that fucking month that Blitz came out. Alright. So I remember playing in one of the skirmish. I was playing Reinhardt and I was doing well. And that, I still remember, if you go back to my old video, I was going through like the round by round matchups where I was doing well. And when I got up to the freaking top cut, I made it to the top cut. I played against a Viserai and he fucking OTK'd me turn 2, or you could call it turn 1 because he started off first, so they just made like some rune chant, and then I did my turn, and then he turns back this turn and he ended me right there. Did 32 damage on me. And then also Yuanji went to calling Krakow in Poland, I think, and he at the end of the finals, he proceeded just to play solitaire. Not Flesh and Blood, he played solitaire. Same thing. He started off turn 1, he made his rune chants, and he ended. The other guy did some crazy amount of damage, but couldn't kill him. And then Yuanji, his next turn, proceeded to kill the guy. And won the gold foil string tunic with that thing. Congratulations. I'm not dogging on Yuanji at all. Like, he deserves it. Everything's good. But did you see how fucking crazy that is? For you went from doing 7 to 12 damage with his power turn to you're doing just BAM! 7, like freaking 30 something damage right there on the spot. Kill the motherfucker. Won a $40,000 card right there off that format. Alright? So it just fucking like turn everything upside down on his fucking head. I wrote a bunch of things down because I like to bounce around back and forth, but I wrote something there. So LSS, they have to do something about this format in order for it to be back to competitive. It has to be some sort of balance on this. Or they could do nothing and just leave Blitz and just make it as an onboarding thing and just say, hey, this is only for, you know, new players now, just for them to learn it. It's no longer going to be balanced. Because I would say, like Blitz, one of the suggestions that I believe is say Blitz would be take away the equipment where you can't have legendary equipments. Maybe that will help. Or an alternative is actually a Clash format, which is made by Ethan Van Sant, aka Mansan. And I read the format on it. I never played Clash before, but it looks like it's a step up from commoners, right? So you can only have rares and commons cards in your deck, and your equipment can only has to be rares and commons too. But they also give you a little caveat where if you have a specialization card, you can have it any rarity in your deck. So let's just say you have a Benji specialization, what I have, which is Spring Tiding. It's a Benji specialization, so that's a Majestic. So you can have it as long as it's a rarity. I mean, as long as it's a specialization for your hero, you can include it in that thing. Weapons you can actually have as any rarity too. Because I don't think there's like a legendary weapon yet, but there are legendary equipment obviously, and those things I feel like it was a little it moved the needle over to the unbalanced side, and it came a little OP. You get away with a CC because you have 40 HP, and double things you could actually weather it. Even though CC is getting there to be pretty faster now than it used to be because of the power grip, but power creeps is inevitable. You're gonna have to have it. But right now for Blitz, like the power creep has been a little bit too much. It's good for CC with the higher HP, but for Blitz, come on, 30 plus damage consistently all the time. It's you can't have a fun game with that thing. Like it's kind of like thing. I'm not going on a tangent, but like I used to play Dota a lot, and I haven't played in I don't know how many years. I think it's over been 5 years and stuff. But I still remember like towards the end of the thing, the reason why I stopped playing Dota was if I lose, I get so frustrated. Right? Because like it's a landslide of lose. Like my teammates and me, or like we lose like a landslide. They destroyed us. So it has that feeling, and I want another one because I want. But if I win, it's also a landslide type of thing, and then you have the empty feeling, like it doesn't feel satisfying because you won in a landslide. It wasn't even balanced type of thing where it's like it's a good game. So that's how it is right now with Blitz. Like you win, and you're like, yeah, I just ran them over in turn 1 or turn 2. It doesn't feel good. And you feel bad for your opponent, or not. If you're that type of person, you don't feel it, or you take pride, you take great joy in that. Kudos to you. Or and then if you lose on landslide, you're like, what the fuck is this? Type of thing. So to end it all off, alright, just to recap, Blitz is no longer viable. I'm no longer gonna be playing Blitz until LSS does something to change this, to balance it. I'm gonna stick with limited. Maybe I'll give Clash a try, because I gotta try something out before I recommend it or before I dismiss it. And so I'm gonna stick to limited. I was going to be doing this last skirmish season as a Blitz, as a final swan song type of thing. But it's a scheduling format. I'm not gonna even do it. So I'm gonna be in Tampa for the world premiere. I'm gonna be playing this year, and unfortunately, my new design dice are not gonna come in time. It's unfortunate. Things happen. I'm not happy about it because I was prepared for it, but things was out of my control. I'm gonna be in Tampa. I'm gonna play a lot of limited, and then unfortunately, that's gonna be it for me. And then I am planning to go to Osaka for Worlds, but I haven't bought the tickets yet. I haven't bought the plane tickets yet because scheduling thing. I have to find out because I don't know. You guys know I have 3 big dogs, okay? And I was planning to go with my girlfriend. My girlfriend and I plan to go, and if we're gone, we gotta have somebody take care of the boys. So, and it's not easily like, oh yeah, have somebody just take care of them. They have to be, because they're 3 big boys. So, hopefully, everything works out, so my girlfriend and I go, and then we also spend time in Japan and enjoy Japan, not just for that. This will be a fool to not enjoy Japan, especially this is my first time ever going to Japan. So that's all I got for you guys. I hope let me know what you guys think. Give me some suggestions too, like that could work, or to make Blitz a little more balanced, or is it a lost cause? Maybe you know what, fuck it. Yeah, LSS, yeah, you're right. Just for the onboarding people, and we'll stick to Living Legend and do CC and that all. I'll see you next time. Peace.